don't think anyone is here yet, but I will go ahead and start on him. I apologize for the poor lighting, but I need my big giant light on in order to see. So yeah, this is my Souldoll Woojin, and he's actually like really pink compared to his body. So I was thinking of doing, what do you call it? Blushing. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. And hopefully y'all can hear me. Like I said, still new to this whole streaming thing. Kind of just giving it a whirl. Let's see. I apologize in advance if you hear any like clanging and banging as I do that. And then proceed to hit my camera. Anyways, so right now I'm like trying to figure out which shade to shade him with so that he kind of matches. I think I'm gonna go with this last one. Now I'm debating. Normally I'm lazy and I just like normally I just rub directly on the pastel instead of shaving it up. But I'm gonna actually shave it this time because I'm like shading his whole head. So again, just gonna work. Sorry if I like have moments of silence. I wish I wish I could play music because I can't. I don't like function or craft without music, you know? Bertrand Ross. I was even debating like putting it on my phone and listening to it in headphones, and then you guys would just listen to me sing because let's be real, I can't listen to music and not sing. But anyways. I'm like really paranoid that like I hope everything's going well. Let's see. Yeah, I may have to go a shade darker. This may not give the yellow I need. Better to start out too light instead of too dark, right? Oops, I just blew it all away. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna have to go a shade darker. And there comes my puppy. Hello, puppy. What's up with the squeak? She has now laid directly behind my chair, so I cannot move. That's her thing. She likes to lay right behind my desk chair. And then if I roll into her, she looks at me like, how could you do that to me? It's like, well, fur child, fluff of my heart, you were in the way. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that might be better. Oh yeah, that's working. It's just like a really subtle, I need him to be a little more yellow toned. So that he blends with the body a little better. And then I'll spray him again and actually start on like his face up. Yeah, that matches a lot better. I've done this a couple times where I had to like match a head to a body. And then of course, I just got a new girl who has like a Souldoll face up that is so dang pink that I don't even think she'd match a Souldoll body because it's like she is the definition of rosy cheeks. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, that's a good match now. I'm just going to kind of gently brush over it with Magic Clean Eraser. And do another once over. Okay. Oh, now that I think about it, I forgot to share that I was going live again on Twitter. Oh, Bailey. Puppy dog. I need to go spray me doll. I have a baby right behind me. Let's see. So, unrelated crafts. This is another thing I want to stream eventually. It's a Resin Soul Great Arm with a jointed hand. They were kind enough to make me just an arm because I want to mod it in order to fit one of my dolls and like make it look mechanical. So that'll be like an epoxy putty mod, so that'll be nice and fun. And then I have tattoo work I need to do on my dolls, and then of course I'm doing like wig work, but the wig work I'm doing on a public table, therefore probably won't stream that just because I need the space. Okay. Alright. Yeah. I mean, it's still not a 100% match, but it's to the point now where you'd have to really look in order to notice. Speaking of hair, woohoo! I have one little lonely piece left of this, and I'm just like, it's pretty, so I don't want to throw it out, but I literally can't make anything out of it. So I've just been keeping it on my desk. Oh well. Alright, let's not get his eyes lost. I ended up taking eyes from one of my big Souldoll boys, so got him were a little too big, but my Souldoll boys can wear 14s. So I took one of my Souldoll boys 12s and gave them his 14s. So he's going to have gray eyes. So I have those here with me. Put this back on my X-Acto knife. I will go ahead and toss this. Billy, up. Thank you, babes. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to go spray him. Now the sucky thing is, since I did slight shading on his whole head, I have to be really careful not to push too hard and erase half of it. Alright, let's see. Oh, and I have to remember what I put on my Faceup materials. Ascenda organized her stuff, and like, for the most part, everything I have has a home. The problem is, I don't always put it back in its home because I'm a lazy mother trucker. So, yeah. I don't even know if I ever found my big eraser. I know I was looking for it the last time I did paint work. I have my kneaded eraser right here. Let's see. Oh. I have my pen vise because I need to pierce all my boys' ears. There's so much to do. Only a little bit of time to do some of it. Here it is. I found it. I did put it back where it was supposed to go. Go me. Let's see. Here's that. Oops. Oh. That's everything. Okay. Alright. This is iPutty. I started using iPutty to hold my fur wigs as well as my homemade wigs, because my homemade wigs, I use a specific type of fabric glue, so it has like a sticky, not like sticky, but it has like a, I would almost say like a rubbery kind of friction texture to it, but it's not enough to like keep it on the doll head. So I usually just put a little bit of that. And he has a fur wig that I'm also going to probably trim up a little bit. Eyebrow razors work really well for fur, like fake fur. Do not use them on alpaca. You will shred the alpaca. And it will turn into a frizzy, disgusting, terrible looking mess. Fun fact. I did it once and I was like, oh, that's awful. Never doing that again. Now this boy, he dyes his hair, so his eyebrows aren't necessarily going to be pink. Oh, and I'm still like, I'm waffling on names for him. I thought of a couple. And I don't dislike them. I just don't know if they really fit him. Oh, my neck hurts because my dumb butt has been playing video games since I was freed for summer. And so now I'm like, I've got video game neck. Oh. And if it's not video game neck, it's wig making neck. Because I've just been trying to accomplish everything and anything now that I'm on summer break. And I just say it was probably the worst year I could have decided, hey, I think I'll become a teacher. Oh, God. Middle of a pandemic? Hell yeah. I think that's a great time to choose a new career. We'll go ahead and we'll use this one first. So with my eyebrows, I kind of do the subtractive trick where you start out with a big giant wad of pastel and then you kind of shape it. And I like to shape it with this because you can get like a good point. But if you'll notice, I have also cut this at an angle. There you go, now you can see. So I cut it at an angle so that there's a point here too. But this one tends to erase color that gets stuck in the resin because it's kind of porous. Or stuck in the tooth of the sealant. Which I use Zoke, which is the Volks one. And from what I've seen, and I haven't used MSC to compare, but from what I kind of have seen of other people's experience, MSC has more tooth to grip onto, but it also leaves a white film on dolls. So the Zoke is good to use on like tan skin dolls if you don't want their head to be slightly lighter than their body, because MSC will do that. And now I just whittle away and y'all can't see because it's so dang bright, and I'm sorry. And like I managed to adjust the gamma through OBS. And I know there's a way that you can stream to YouTube from OBS, but I didn't have time to set it up. So next time. Right now I'm just streaming through YouTube, and so my whatchamacallit, I'm just going directly to my webcam, so there's no filters or anything on it. So to anyone who watches this, whether it be live or later, thanks for watching something that's like not entirely the best quality because I'm still figuring out how to make it good quality. I appreciate it. The other problem is I'm not like watching to make sure I'm still in camera. Ooh, I was gonna say I made his eyebrow too long, and now I just made it too short. Okay, maybe I can work with this. Actually, kind of looks cute. Okay. I can always extend it if I need to. Let's see. So you can see. Hey, you can see. So there is one eyebrow, and then I'm gonna work on the other one. Okay. And this boy in particular is kind of, he's a pretty boy, obviously. I mean, look at his wig. I mean, okay, it really needs to be brushed, but it's got little pink buns on it. But he's a pretty boy who can kick some ass if he needs to. And the story he's from is kind of inspired by Damlubiji. Here comes my puppy again. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Thank you. Hello. Oh no, I don't think you can see my baby, but she laid down right over here. Over there. Anyways, Damlubiji, which is translated to the Grave Robbers Chronicles, which makes it sound kind of bad. But it's basically like a Chinese Indiana Jones. So they go like tomb raiding and palaces, and it initially starts out as we need to find these ancient artifacts and like preserve them and make sure actual tomb raiders don't steal them and sell them. At least that was the main character's motivation. But then mystery and excitement happens, and I highly recommend it. It's really good. But anyways, so me being me, I was like, I want to make my own crew. And so I kind of mixed and matched some of my favorite character traits from the characters in Don Luigi. and then put them together. So, like, this boy, I would say he's a mix of Xiaohua, who is the pretty boy of that series, but he's also like a contortionist, so he's able to squeeze into tiny places, which, as you can imagine, would come in handy in caves. So it begins, I made this eyebrow thinner than that one, so now I'm going to go back and fix this one. Okay. And then another character named Liu Song, who has heightened hearing, so he could like tap on the wall and be able to hear echoes and vibrations and make a map based on that. Clearly there is some fantasy involved in this series, but so he's got like really good hearing. But he's also, the pretty boy that can kick ass, because Xiaohua is king. And then his boyfriend is a bit of a mix of... Uh-oh. Oh, my dog's being called. All right, babe, come on. He's a mix of the main character, who is Mushe, who is very, very, very smart and good at solving puzzles. And then, probably a mix of Panza, not to be confused with Pangza. Although I do love Pangza too, but if he were to take a trait from him, it would probably be his like knowledge of explosives. And then Panza is a badass and also slightly a medic. He was in the military, and this particular character wasn't in the military, but he's kind of knows how to bandage a wound if needed. Let's see. And then another character. There's going to be 4 characters in my story. And I haven't actually... It's not going to be set in China. It's probably going to be set in some kind of fantasy setting. Just because I don't know a whole lot about Chinese lore. And I don't want to unintentionally biff something. And have it be, culturally inappropriate. I think that's good enough. I'll probably even them out a little more with the pencil, but now you can see. Yeah. Anyways, so it'll probably be in like a made-up universe. And it may not necessarily be tombs, but like, searching for ancient lost civilization kind of stuff, maybe, more Atlantis-like. Actually, Amari, one of my other characters, his story is he's actually from Atlantis. But that's not the character we're talking about right now. So, but yeah, and then there's a female character in the series named Aning. That is that is darker than I expected. Yeah. You can always blend stuff out. But anyway, so Aning is your typical, like, badass female that is also very cutthroat. Oh, there's pink in this. That's the problem with mixing my colors right on the stick. Is that there's pink mixed in with my peach. So now his blushing is pink. But anyways, so Aning is the badass female, and so my model Delph girl is going to be my badass female, who is generally cutthroat about everyone except for a girl who, for the first part, kind of stays home, but then eventually joins the adventure with her. Because the other thing is everything is gay in Sarahland, right? So I do a lot of subtractive work with the Magic Clean Eraser. Usually to mellow out the shades a bit. But like I mentioned earlier, you do have to be careful because it can oh, that was way too much. It can scratch away the lower layers and mess everything up. He's looking a bit more like himself. Now I'm going to mix a little pink in and do his lips. Which is why it's all pink in the first place, because I mix it to do lips. I am like the queen of laziness, so I don't tend to do a lot of pastel. But I'm also not really a fan of like really dark face-ups. I love some of Souldoll's faces, but I get them and it's like they've got literally like they might as well have a goatee of like dark shading around their lips, and it's like they put like a really dark piece of shading right here under their lip, and I hate it because it just looks like they've got a beard. So obviously I don't do that in my face-ups. I tend to do just like one layer of pastel because one, lazy, two, I prefer having lighter face-ups. Because I've noticed it's kind of like a trade-off. If you want your face-up to look good in the camera, you have to do a darker face-up because the camera kind of washes it out a little bit. But I've noticed that the face-ups that look better in the camera, I don't like as much in person because they're like super dark. And I'm less into the photography than I figured I would be when I first got into this hobby. So I don't particularly need dark face-ups. But I do really like a lot of Souldoll's face-ups. But this boy, his face-up, from the default one that I saw, they put like a lot of pink in it. Almost to the point where he looked a little like sick. So I did not get his this time around. Again, you can't really see a whole lot, and I'm sorry. It's a work in progress. I'm learning. I also don't tend to do like lip lines or the dark to light shading that a lot of companies do on the lips, where the inside's darker and the outside's lighter. Just because, like, to me, that actually feels a little unrealistic because your lips are generally one color, and then there's just like, you know, obviously the shading cast by the shape of your lip. But I don't mind if I get a doll with that, like in their face up, but I don't personally do it myself. Basically, Sarah is lazy. Therefore, Sarah does bare minimum. He's got really pretty lips. Alright, so you can't entirely see the color that well. But so I did his lips. I think I'm gonna redo his cheeks a little bit, just a little. I haven't been too much. Thank God you can blend stuff out with Magic Clean Eraser. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and spray him. I'm going to pop in an eye actually and see how he looks with an eye. Maybe. His eyeballs are really slippery. He looks a little sad. That's okay though, his character is kind of supposed to be a little cutesy. These eyes are tiny. I got these with my my Souldoll Ghana, and they're like really weird glittery eyes, and they're really small. Like, they must be a size 10. Okay, look at this. I don't want to ruin my manicure. I'm running out of spray. I need to get more. Alright, I'll be right back. I went out to spray him and I like noticed a hard line. Okay, I'll be right back. Hi, princess. how empty my can is getting. Oh, I guess I used a ton on my Doll Zone girl. Even though I feel like I hardly shaded her. I may have to go back and redo some bits of her, I don't know. She's up on one of my high shelves, so I can't really see her up close and personal to be mad at the Faceup, but you know how it goes. My least favorite part of Faceups. Okay. Oops, I'm sorry, I just kicked my stand. Alright, here we go. So I use both Derwent and Prismacolor. I use Derwent for the eyeliner, and then I use Prismacolor for the lashes. Prismacolor is a lot lighter. It just did exactly what I knew it was gonna do. You can see I made a line right there. What I was saying is Prismacolor is a lot lighter, so I usually use Derwent for the upper, and then I don't use it for anything else, personally, because I have a very heavy hand, and it smears really bad, the Derwent, if you try to clean it up. So I kind of stopped using it for lower lashes because it just frustrated the heck out of me. And I always, because I know I slip, I always do the upper lashes first, and then I do the lower lashes. Okay, and then yeah, the Derwent is really hard to get off. So that's usually where I use the white eraser. But alas, there's still a mark there. Ugh. But the problem is, like, the Prismacolor doesn't give very solid. Like, if you look, that's like a really solid black. So the Prismacolor I've found is less solid, so it's actually better for eyelashes, because it's lighter to the touch, and I just smeared. Oh, I just smeared the white. Oh, I hate eyes. I hate doing the eyes. I'm gonna give myself a sharper edge to my eraser. Oops. How frustrating. It left a mark. Grrr. Maybe I'll try to hide it by making like a line over the eye. I don't know. I tried to do that before on one of my other dolls, and I ended up wiping his face up because I didn't like it. Big shock. It's like, it's one of those things where I like when other people do it, but I can't do it myself. Haven't figured out how to do it and like it. And then my other tactic is every mess up, if it can be turned into a beauty mark, turn it into a beauty mark. Well, I didn't botch this one yet. Grr. Now I'm trying to match the wing on both sides, and it is going poorly. Apparently it's a bad eye night. Which bodes well for the eyelashes. Okay. Oh, I got pencil in a place where it ain't gonna come out. Oh. Okay. Clearly, this is my night. Shit. Oops! I just said a bad word, I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't put this stream as for children, so I'm allowed to say bad words, but... Okay, that needs to go away. that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay. Those eyes are really hard to get into. Okay. Okay. Now for the fun part. I don't really want to do. I'm gonna do them in dark brown. Do his eyelashes in this. And his eyebrows in this. Okay. Whoops. I want to hold this at a different angle. When you do one side perfectly and then can't replicate it. Am I right? I don't think you can see, but I gave him lines in his eyebrows. Okay. Here comes the hard part. Oh, cool. I already fucked it up. Welcome to Sarah's Streams, where she drops the F-bomb every other word. And I did the exact same thing. What did I do? I made the line thicker on one side than the other. Erase it, made it just as thick. But the Prismacolor comes off a lot easier than the Derwent, so... He's got, like, really thick lower eye wells, or eyelids, I guess you could say. So, like, you can get a whole lot of pencil in there without wanting to. Alright, nobody breathe. Oh, and I just noticed I messed up his lip. Cool. Oh, like spider legs. This is not a good idea at all. Oh my god. The Derwent, I tell you, like, there was a little bit left on the eraser, and I just smeared it on another part of his face. I really love-hate Derwent. And it's probably because I don't use it right. I'm sure people with a lighter touch have better results than I do, but that's all I have to say. Do I like those? Doesn't really matter if I like them because they're not coming off. Okay. Yeah, I think he's gonna get a mole in a very particular place where I smudged some pencil. Okay, let's try the other eye. Never actually get them to look the same on either side. Not that I try, but it's sisters, not twins. But this side came out a lot thicker. Deep sigh. But do I care at this point? Internal Faceup monologue. What do I actually care about fixing? Can't believe I smudged his lip and I didn't notice. Okay. Well, they look relatively similar. I don't even know I don't think you guys are going to be able to see. Oh! Can you see that? You could see the eyeliner. You can barely see the eyelashes. Now. I think I added too many, but whatever, they're cute. I added little. A couple of them are actually hiding things, a couple of them are just because why not? Let's see, let's pop an eye in, maybe. His eyeballs are obnoxious. He looks cute. I put all my pastels away. And now I have to fix his lip. Because I think I smudged it on the way out. Deep sigh. I have like such a small work area. I have to like put things away as I use them. Wow, it's only been an hour. That's surprising. I don't know if that means I half-assed this face up or if I'm getting faster. I know the talented artist, it takes them like a day and blah, 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 but I never said I was talented. Yeah, there's a reason I don't offer face-ups. I'm trying to get into wig making instead. Okay. Now, just to erase the bits, get that out of the line. Also, my apologies for like the bad lighting in my room. The sun is going down, so like I'm in the middle of like lighting change. Let's see if I can turn on the light. Oh, interesting. For whatever reason, my sealant like didn't seal in his lips. Weird. I'm gonna make sure I do a nice thick layer. Huh. Unprofessional face-ups with Sarah. Woohoo! Okay, so before anything else gets messed up, I'm gonna go spray him really, really, really well because I also don't want my pencil to smear when I put the gloss on, and if I don't spray it well enough, sometimes that happens. It's the first time, like, the pastel's never fully sealed in, though. That's interesting. Wonder if it's because I'm getting to the bottom of my can, if I need to go a little more ham. Anyways, I'll be back. Okay. I'm gonna let him sit for a second. The other thing about the Zokin Rare Spray is it dries faster than MSC. Although I have waited an insufficient amount of time before and scratched the sealant off, so you still need to let it dry a little bit. Oh my goodness. I'm going to clean up a little bit so I can pull out my gloss. Actually, let me see. Well, didn't help. I tried to turn my room light on to see if that would, like, make it seem less like I was in a cave, but no, it still looks like I'm in a cave. Oh, this is like really thick fur. I have to like brush it out and thin it a bit. I will do that after his Faceup dries, though, probably. Because the other thing is it's a little longer than I wanted it to, which that's how it came. It's not like I didn't get what I was asking for. It's just something I intended to trim down anyways. Because once you start making your own, like, stuff, you start being a lot more dissatisfied with, like, particularly, like, mass-produced wigs, like the synthetic ones. This one obviously was made by an Etsy seller, but I have found that I can't buy synthetic wigs anymore. Like, I got a Leak World wig. Well, and not only does it not even fit, even though it's a 6'7", it does not fit my doll whose head is a 6'7". Granted, he's a Souldoll, so he's got, like, a very strange shaped head. They're not circular. They're more oval. Oh, I just dropped some Pearl X. But, so, you know, there's that going for it. But it also just, like, it doesn't fit other dolls who are, like, 6'7". I just have alpaca everywhere. This is actually some leftover hair that I need to glue into a bald spot. That's why I'm keeping it there. Not that you guys need to know, but you know. Okay, let's see. Let me get my gloss. So I've got two different ones. I've got matte, which doesn't actually dry matte. It's like a low gloss, and then I've got a high gloss. I think I'm going to use a high gloss on him because he's pretty. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm tired. I stayed up way too late. I'm reverting to my night owl tendencies. Oh my god, I just found a blast from the past. Mint on card stickers that I got with one of my dolls. Wow. I miss mint on card. Oh, I know they're still doing their thing, but I miss them. They're just doing a different thing than dolls now. Guess we'll use this one because I ripped some. This is called Sarah Doesn't Have a Proper Palette, therefore she uses whatever she can get her grubby little hands on. That's probably enough. That's more than enough. Alright. Now the next question is, which brush should I use? I forgot to put the brushes away. Deep sigh, deep sigh. There goes my Pearlex again. Okay, let's see. I want a brush. That's a brush. Okay. I guess this is the brush. Thought I had a smaller one, but I cannot find it. So we'll just wing it. This bad boy. I'm not yawning, I'm sorry. Oh, I got a fuzzy in this face up. I'll get it later. Hey, not to toot my own horn, but that was the best job I've done, like, glossing lips and not accidentally going outside the line in a while. Alright, now for the eyes. Pray for me that they don't smear. I sprayed the heck out of him. Oh, I just had a thought. One of the shows I really like to watch, the new season is out now. I'll have to marathon it now that I have some free time. Sorry, I'm like all hunched over in the camera. Okay. Alright, so, oh, that makes it a little easier to see his face with the rest of my room lit. There we go. Let's see. I don't think it'll zoom in. I have to like hold my breath and brace my arm. Hang on. Ready? Not doing it. It goes in and out so fast. Anyways. He looks cute. I gave him like a bazillion little beauty marks. Because why not? Now, should I test fate? I am the queen of doing that. So he needs to dry. How about I put his head back on his body? That won't end in tragedy. Let's see. Oh! His body. I need to clean my brush before it like goes solid. So this is some eye putty. I have so much eye putty because Souldoll gives you like this giant wad of it in addition to like putting some in their actual like head. Good old Souldoll. I am going to use a fair amount on his eyes though because he's got like really, he doesn't really have eye wells, so like the eyes slide around a ton. Let's see. Yeah, see, look. He doesn't really have like eye wells for the eyes to sit in. Here we go, testing fate. Putting eyes in after I just glossed him. Oh, look at her. Like I had it all in there. And now it's not staying. These are such pretty eyes. Like, I wonder, I don't even think you can see the detailing on them. I'm too shaky for it to focus. They are Soul in a Box doll eyes, for anyone curious. Soul in a Box doll is an Etsy store, and they are from Athens, and they make beautiful resin eyes. That is another thing that I have not personally really gotten into. Okay. That's one eye. Oh, I put a lot on this one. Oops. It's okay. The eye putty doesn't freaking stick anyways. But like the green eye putty that some companies give you, that's like the demon putty. That will never come off your doll. It will follow you to generations to come. Will haunt your children in their sleep. I had the eye in, and then I put my nail in it, and it came out. So there he is. I feel like his eyes still are kind of uneven. He looks a little sad. I think I made his eyebrows a little too angsty. But hey, he matches his body. That's exciting. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3, up. He's so cute. I love him. Oops. Oh boy. Yeah, and you can actually, because I didn't blush the head cap, so you can actually see that I made the head a little more yellow. It doesn't quite match. Not that you can actually pick up that subtle of a difference on camera in my lighting. He's so cute, look at him! So he's got his little crop top, but his cardigan. And he is a newer Let's body. Yeah, boy, you need your hair. You look a little depressing when you're bald. Yeah, he's the new Kid Delph 45 body. So he's like slightly taller and like slender, and he comes with or you can get healed feet for this body, and I got a second-hand body that came with the healed feet, and he's very, very, very cute. All right. Let's start taming this boy here, his hair. I need to get my toothbrush. Where did I put my doll toothbrush? There it is. Okay. Let's see. Ah! What I will say about this body, though, is his feet are teeny tiny. So, like, I bought MSD shoes for him, and they're too big. Okay, you can still see what I'm doing. I just looked in the camera like, wait, am I even on screen? Okay. And remember what I said, you cannot use a razor with actual animal hair because it will dice it the heck up. But you can use it with yarn, and you can use it with fake fur. This is fake fur, therefore I am using it. And this will kind of give a thinned effect using a razor like this, rather than like a blunt cut. Okay. And if you wanted to achieve this effect on animal hair, you would use thinning shears. Let me brush this out again. Okay. Woo! Let's see. Brush the front half of the wig. Be very careful when you're doing it near the face though, so you don't scratch the face. Like I said, we test fate in this household. Like I just painted his face. Time to scratch it. He looks so cute. I love him. I don't know. I'm not sure I like his face up though. You know, the part I was in control of, I'm not sure I like that part. It looks a bit weird. I feel like his face sculpt is one that needs those lines above the eye, and I didn't end up doing them. So, let me see. Oh, he's covered in fur. Okay, let's brush this out. So I think I need to wet it a little bit to tame the bangs, because the bangs got a little smushed in transit. I think I need to trim this a little more, because the other side it's shorter. Okay. So, this is him. He looks so cute. I love him. And I need to figure out a name for him. I'm tossing a couple around, but if you have like a good idea for a name for him, let me know. I think I'm gonna call it. I've been going for almost 2 hours and did an impromptu haircut just to kind of do everything. I'm not gonna spray his hair until his face up like dries for 24 hours. I'm not that stupid. I already like tested fate enough by trimming mohair around wet gloss. uh, anyways, will you sit up, babe? Okay, sit up. Pretty please. Pretty please with sugar on top. Thank you. So, trimmed all that off of him. And I think it looks a lot better, shorter. So, and this is just an eyebrow razor for those who are curious. I got it in like a pack of 3, and I'm still on the first one. And it works really well for doing like small doll hair too. This is yarn, like I mentioned. This is actually a BTS boy that I repainted. And I need to make him clothes and send him off to the person he's supposed to go to. And I have another one here who desperately needs a haircut. And I'm not entirely sure I like his face, but I did his face too. And I have more over here, but that's for another time and another place. So yeah, I have a lot more doll projects to do. Well, it was nice while it lasted. He fell over. I think it's his pants. His pants are keeping him from sitting, because normally he can. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, his pants just came unbuttoned and now he can sit. Anyways, I have a lot more I want to do this summer. So I'm going to try and stream. Boy, wouldn't it be cool if I could do weekly, but I'm not promising that because I'm not sure I can commit to that. I'm not sure I have, one, the motivation, two, the content to do it weekly. But yeah, for now, that's that. He's got little droopy eyes. They're really cute. But they also kind of make him look sad. But also, when I think of droopy eyes, I'm sorry, I just kicked that. When I think of droopy eyes, I think of Sanzo from Sayuki. Oh, Sanzo. Anyways, I'm gonna call it for tonight, friends. That was really fun. Thank you, even if you just lurked, or if you're watching the VOD. And I will try to do this again, and I will try to have better lighting and try to figure out how to do it through OBS so that I can put a gamma filter on, because this camera, for whatever reason, just blows everything out. And I kind of need my giant desk lamp. Anyways, bye for now, guys.